I mean, 3, 2, 1. Coming from North Buffalo, welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Pretty good, Ray. Pretty good intro. A lot better than last time when you were dead.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ, you sound like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I sounded like a zombie last time. Jesus,
Then you blamed it on the guest.
When you uploaded the podcast, I took a listen to that. I'm like, damn. At first, I thought you was talking crazy. I'm like, what the hell K-Man talking about?
I always make funny intros because they always need some work, but the one you just did was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
We got it down now.
Yeah.
It only took 2 years.
I had some good ones before, though.
Yeah, you had a couple good ones.
Yeah.
The one you did for Dan Severn for our 50th show was amazing. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I had to go special with that one.
Yeah, we're on episode 89 now, so that was, every 40-something you get a good one. Oh, Jesus.
So what's up, Caveman?
Not much. We're going to have a super special guest today. I did the booking, so hopefully we'll actually get him. Going to be PatMix today.
That's what's up, man. One of the best 135, right? 135 pounders?
Probably the best person to come out of Western New York ever in MMA, I believe.
Listen, I agree with you 100%. PatMix is an animal, man. I remember the first fight I saw him fighting at the TNT SummerSlam. And they called the guy Gumby, remember? He beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
Ground and pound.
He beat everybody up.
Yeah.
Nicole Hess, you know Nicole, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she posted a thing about Pat. The first fight she saw about Pat, and it was him fighting a guy that was 20 pounds overweight, and TNT lied about what weight he was, and Pat just went out there and smashed him.
Listen, man,
Jason
I remember that fight.
That dude is a serious pro right now.
Listen, that fight was in the second time TNT went to the Riverworks. I was working security. I still got the TNT shirt, but anyway.
So you're letting all your friends in?
I almost got into a fight that night, but that's a whole nother story. But
I called the fights that night.
Yeah.
Amazing fights.
Oh, yeah. There was some good fights.
Always good fights at TNT.
Yeah.
We got started a fight organization, Ray.
What, Caveman Fighting Championships?
Yeah, something like that. King of the Cave.
King of the Cave, man. Inside the cage, we have like a freaking...
Raymond Arias presents King of the Cave.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Can't be that much.
The ring, we can make our own ring up.
Hopefully it's not
we
like
got big rocks.
It's not like Bikini Girl's bikini are making her.
We get stones, surround the fighters, make a circle.
And they fight in like sand.
And we got like we don't got the special lights. Like other shows got. We get like
guys holding flashlights
and shit.
No, dude,
we get fires. We get the
yeah, fires would be cool. Or we drive cars up and we just have headlights on. That'd be pretty sweet too.
Yeah. And then the set of ring girls, we got like we get cave girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then we could have Danny Reyes, the ref.
Yeah, for sure. He's a good ref.
Yeah, he is.
He's got to go and do that course so he can start reffing again.
Oh, yeah, we got to go through the commission, right?
Yeah. We'll do it on a reservation, so we don't need a commission. No, it just costs extra.
Right now, PatMix is the best.
I think so, too. I think he's going to develop to be the best.
Right.
I mean, because when you put New York City in there, you got, like, Matt Serra, you got Ray Longo, you got everyone from those gyms. So he's not that established yet, but I think he can be.
Right.
I think he's world championship caliber, so that's the level he's on.
He's young. He's still learning.
Yeah.
All right. He's getting better and better.
Every fight
get better.
There's a kick. He posted a picture of him throwing a kick from the last fight. Yeah. John Jones and him have like the same kick at the same point, and he posted on his social media not too long ago. It's an amazing picture. If you guys are listening, you should go back and check it out. It's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're just gonna wait for Patchy to call in, and we'll get right back to it. And we're live with PatMix. How's it going, Pat?
Going good. How you doing, man? How are you, Jeff?
Great, man. It's great to have you on. Thank you. I know you're at the airport, so we appreciate you taking your time to get back on, flying back down to Albuquerque. How's the flight going?
How's the flight, you said?
Yeah.
I haven't been on one yet. I'm still waiting for my first one. I'm at the Buffalo airport right now, so I have like another, 45 minutes, but I don't like flying. I'm not a big fan of it.
So you have to travel a lot for your fights. What's it like to have to leave home all the time to get ready to have these great professional fights?
Traveling's like part of it now because I've done like 6 camps at Jackson. So I've traveled there plenty of times. I know the route,
For sure.
Leaving family and that's probably the hardest part, I guess, because training's not so hard for me. I enjoy training. So leaving family, my mom, my daughter, my friends, Ron, just everyone in the family, my brother, my sister. That's probably the hardest part is leaving for an extended time, not seeing them, just FaceTiming everyone,
For sure. Now you made the big time. You made Bellator. Is it going to be a lot different now that you don't have to spend all your time scavenging tickets like you used to have to do for King of the Cage? I know last time we were in the back and you're still trying to move tickets right before you're going out to fight. I know how that's got to be.
Last fight. I don't think it's so much big time. Like, I've been doing the King of the Cage thing that I had, going for me. I've been doing that pretty big. So I think that it's like a step up, of course, but, I'm not looking at it as like, UFC world title fights. I think that the level that Bellator's at and where I'm at in my career, I think that it's a good fit for me. I don't think I'll be overwhelmed with pressure or, a stage that I haven't seen. I think, I've seen this stage plenty of times, whether it's in the training room or, just my King of the Cage fights themselves.
I mean, you've been fighting super killers in King of the Cage, guys that go to UFC and make a splash. I don't think you've been fighting the level of competition you're going to fight wherever you go. So
yeah, that's what I'd say. It's the same level of competition.
Yeah, I don't have any doubts about that. I just meant the difference in like not having to sell tickets and you can just really focus on fights.
Besides that just gives me more time, and I think that more time is going to help me become, better because, prior to my last few fights, I've had to come back earlier in my camps to sell tickets, to run around, to get my banners made, my shorts done, sponsors, finalized. Just gives you more time. It makes it more of an official thing. You come and get your paycheck at the end, more of a job for me.
I've been watching UFC a lot lately, and I saw that Diego Sanchez match, and I know you've been putting in a lot of time with Diego. Do you think you and him putting that time in together is going to shine for both you guys? He looked phenomenal in his last fight.
Yeah, more like it'll help me shine. Diego puts a lot of time in, and he's like a veteran, so I don't know how much I'm helping him. I'm a lot smaller, but yeah, he did well his last fight, and like I enjoy working with him and just like his mindset. When it comes to fighting, he has a different, a whole different mindset. So I like that about him.
Awesome. What are you doing down at Winklejohn's for your stand-up? Your stand-up
looks good.
Yeah, it's always been like the weakest part of your game. I say the best part of your game is how you flow on the ground. But the way you fought last fight, it looked like you were flowing on the feet, just like you flow on the ground. Can you talk about
it was only like 30 seconds on the feet last fight, so I don't know. I could have done better. I felt I do better in the gym, But my stand-ups is like been changing because I'm working with Wink a lot, and I'm just developing like the Jackson Wink system. They have like a system that they go by with their specific coaches, or their set coaches, and it's like a completely different number system, but it incorporates elbows, knees, kicks, and just different things that I normally didn't do. I was like a conventional like boxing style almost. I like to punch, not kick, and then take down,
For sure. And it just shows the way you float on the feet. It looked like you were able to pressure him on the feet too. And you just look so comfortable. You look like you look on the mat. I was very, very impressed by your stand-up.
Yeah, the head kick was awesome.
Yeah, I feel like with Bellator I'll have, especially the level of opponent I had last fight. I fought great level of opponents, but the last fight wasn't. I don't think he was the best guy I fought, So right. I think that getting back into Bellator and the more bigger promotion that this is, because I have a chance to, fight some of the best guys in the world. I think as I get those matchups, I'll be able to show my entire game, where it's like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes on the feet, not just 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and I rush, take them down real quick,
Are you going to do your entire camp down at Winklejohn's this fight?
Yeah, I don't really have a fight set, Right now I'm moving to Jackson Wink for, an extended time, whether it be, I have a kid here and my family here, so it's not going to be 100% permanent, but, extended time, and that will be my main, way of training will be there. So I will put my entire camp in, yes. But right now I don't know when that camp is,
Right.
That could start in like 6 weeks or, I don't know exactly when my next fight will be.
Well, I can't say I'm happy to see you go, man, but I can't think of a better place for you to go to. You've just been, the improvements you've made have been amazing, and you could possibly be the best fighter that ever came out of New York. I really believe that. And there's
another guy that's been good too. He won the UFC title.
Yeah, a couple times. There's a couple UFC champions out of New York. But man, I think
from our area is Rashad Evans.
Yeah,
he's 16-0. That's the one I'm chasing right now. I want to get past that record, and I want to try to get after it. I have 4 fights with Bellator right now. I have 4 opportunities that I'm looking at to make a name for myself. The same name that everyone knows that's locally, but just on a bigger stage where everyone can see.
What is the plan? Are you looking to be a Bellator champ, or are you looking to get to the UFC?
Right now, I enjoy, of course, fighting's the main thing, and then, of course, money and a contract and that such. But as long as Bellator pays me well, I feel like, I'll be with them until, I feel I don't need to be, or UFC offers me more. Or, with this 4 fights that I took with Bellator, I took them because the offer was right and my manager thought it was right, you know what I mean, in my career right now. Had I waited for the UFC, I wouldn't have been getting, I don't think, even more money or that much more money, in order to wait for a long time, if that makes sense, whether it be 6 months, 7 months, or 1 month.
It makes
Bellator,
I'm sorry.
It was there. The opportunity was there, so I took that. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to, go and pursue the UFC. But by the end of these 4 fights, I don't know. I think that I should perform at the level that I know I can. I think that Bellator won't want to let me go,
Oh, yeah. I can just imagine
that makes sense.
Going on a 4-0 run, and then you're going to get like a really serious offer from UFC because they're going to want to have a name like you on there. Because you get 4 big finishes on TV for Bellator, man. It's going to make you look really, really good.
Yeah, and that's 14-0, The Bellator title holder right now is 12-2, and it's Darian Caldwell. And there's other great fighters in the promotion, from 1 to 10. There's a bunch of great ones. So there's a bunch of matchups there for me in order to shine and, get matched with guys that are on the same level as me, in order to climb that rank,
One of my favorite things about you is I saw on your Snapchat you had the top 10 guys listed in Bellator, and you're like, I'm coming. You didn't write you're coming for them, but that's what you meant. I love that.
Yeah, and it's all the guys, that I'm looking at and I see, that I could potentially fight. I'm trying to chase the good fights and the ones that are going to climb me up the ranks. I'm not trying to just fight 4 fights in Bellator or fight 4 people that don't mean shit and then, I don't know. I want to fight 4 fights in order to advance my career, my life, get me closer to the belt. And then when I do re-sign, or let's say I don't re-sign, I'm going to be more marketable at 14-0,
14-0 with 4 big finishes on TV. That's how I really think it's going to go. So it's going to be great for you.
And they're the ones that do the marketing, promoting. I just go out there and fight. I go out there and get my finishes. They'll make it out. You see guys like Michael Venom Page and other guys that are in that promotion, that James Gallagher, guys that aren't that great, and they're promoted like hell. So it's all just an illusion. We're all men, and I feel like I'm the best one of the best on that roster. So
I think
I just want to get the fights that could line me up to get me there.
I every chance I get to have you on the podcast, I'll always have you on because someday you're going to be big time UFC. You're not going to be able to do these, so I really appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, for sure, man. I like to. Plus, we trained together for a while, and it's a good way to get my story out too and what I'm doing.
I love it, man. And to be honest with you, you're the only person that tapped me out every time I've ever rolled with you, and it's a little embarrassing to say, but I'm proud to be one of your training partners, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's good. It's a good run we had. We trained for a while together, man. I enjoy it as well. I'm one of the only black belts out of Buffalo.
I appreciate it, man. Speaking of long-term training friends, is Dennis Brown going to still try and corner you in Bellator?
Oh, 100%, man. You know, I stay true to my roots and stuff. Dennis brought me up. Dennis was a pro fighter before I ever was even any type of fighter. You know, he was giving me the work in the Knockout Factory, and just, you know, I was trying to chase him and Mike Jackson and learn from them. So, you know, of course, he's been in my corner this entire time, you know, my entire pro career. So I expect to bring him with me, you know, along the way. And I think we're going to go and do great things and, you know, aspire to win world titles. You know, it's no different than the King of the Cage belt I ever won, you know.
Right, for sure. I'm so happy to hear that too, man, because you and Dennis are such a great story. And that little short guy you see in Pat's corner, that's Dennis Brown, man. He's one badass dude. He's a super good guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good, man. He's real tough. I've been training with him since I've been in high school, 10th grade, man.
Speaking of badasses in your corner, your manager's kind of a badass too. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, man. I don't really talk too much about, you know, all the stuff he's got going on, but I see him in like the MMA news or, you know, whatever the shit that I see. You know, you see it as well, but going after Colby Covington. And
I know.
I don't know. Ali's always been a good guy to me. You know, he's always treated me with nothing but hospitality. So, you know, I don't know what his beef with certain people, but, you know, he keeps it real, and I don't know, he holds it down for all of us, so I don't mind, man.
Yeah.
He held it down for me to get me where I'm at with this contract and to finish my King of the Cage. You know, he renegotiated my last 2 fights, and I had an awesome contract with them. So, you know, I credit a lot to the reason why I'm here to him too, you know.
Yeah, I can't imagine a better manager for you than some guy that's willing to throw down with Colby Covington, man. That's just...
Yeah.
That's so Patmix.
Yeah, I know, right? But Colby Covington is a little shit, you know.
He definitely is. And
I mean, really, you know.
He's got a big mouth, and I like that Ali.
He's a little instigator.
Yeah, he don't let people talk no shit. He's goes at it right after everybody. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man, Ali represents like mad fighters, like everyone. And his rates, you know, I'm not going to talk much about how, you know, his management is and his business, but his rates are great. You know, they're better than other managements that I was offered. So, you know, Ali's, that's why he has so many great clients, and he takes care of us all, you know, so it's good. You know, who put me onto him was Ray Borg, because Ray Borg's one of my teammates, and then he manages Ray, and we were talking for a while, and, you know, so just weird how you get connections and stuff, man.
Yeah, can you talk about the whole Ray Borg situation? Can you go into that a little bit for us?
Yeah, just what do you mean the situation? Just how what I just said. How
yeah, like how you ran into him, and then can you talk about his son a little bit?
Trained together. Yeah, we trained together. So like he was managed also by Dominance, and when we talked, you know, Ali was that's who I was in negotiations with signing with was Dominance. So when I talked with Ray, he was the one that gave me, you know, the most, I think, advice that I took the most from it, because I knew him directly.
Right. That
worked specifically with Ali, and he told me that would be the best decision, you know, is to sign with him for my career. And after he told me that, and I know Ray, and he's one of my friends, you know, I look at him as, you know, how me and you look at each other. We're training partners, but we're also friends.
Right.
So, you know, I held his word to, you know, I held that word to something because, you know, I mean, I know he's not trying to steer me in the wrong path. He's just trying to give me good advice. So when I signed with Ali, and then I seen from my 2 King of the Cage fights, he made me better money. And then with this Bellator deal, you know, I've seen what he can do for me. So, you know, he's really helping me out and helping me progress. And he's just giving me a stage that I can capitalize on, you know. I've always been a great fighter. You know, I've won 21 fights in a row. I've always been on that level, but to be able to have the stage and now perform on it, that's what's going to make the most out of it, you know?
Can you talk about what it's like to be an undefeated fighter? Do you feel pressure when you go out, or does it give you confidence?
Not confidence. I know that. It doesn't. It gives me more pressure, I think, because I'm trying to hold on to that, you know? But with this Bellator deal, I feel like I'm going to kind of let loose a little. Because, you know, now with that pressure, I was always trying to win, you know, win. Now being able to just be put on the main stage of things And, no matter what happens, I go out there and fight the way I know I train. Whether I win or lose, I'm going to make a huge name of myself and make, money for my family. And, that's my main goal. So with this opportunity, I feel like I'm going to be more free, and I'm not going to try to hold on to win so much. I'm going to more try to, I'm going to be more try to, like, show my skills off more, the whole game of everything.
If that's if the way you've looked in the cage is you holding back, man, I feel sorry for everybody in Bellator.
Yeah, not holding back, not holding back. It's more like your nerves. You try to play the most safe way, but I don't know if that most safe way is always the correct way. Is what I'm trying to get at. I've been playing the game one specific way this whole time. As you and I both know, I'm a great top fighter. I want to pressure to the back. We've talked many times. But I have other tools, is what I'm saying, that I've never showed, because in order to this, I've always just wanted to win in order to secure me the next stage,
Right.
To get me here, because I didn't want to fight in those back alley shows and, those bullshit regional promotions anymore. I wanted to be something bigger. So now with this opportunity, I am,
Yeah.
I relish that in the moment, I am, what I embody is that, I am a world-class Bellator top-level fighter. So now I want to show that, I'm not just a tacker off the back or ground fighter. I have kicks, knees, elbows, and the whole arsenal of MMA skills that I just never really showed, because I was always trying to take that one specific way out when there's many ways out, you know what I mean?
For sure. Just don't get Aaron Pico'd. I don't want you to go out there and get knocked out.
Yeah, no doubt. That's not the way I play the game, And Aaron Pico, I have a lot more fights than Aaron Pico,
Right.
A lot more training time. I've been developing and getting better since I've, what I mean? Even though I win those fights that certain way, I've been getting better in all the areas. I just haven't showed it. I've showed it in the gym, but when I go out there, I play one style. Now when I get into Bellator, there's going to be guys like Eduardo Dantas, Darian Caldwell, where I can't play that style. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I mean. They're too good for that. You got to beat them in different areas, and in all the areas in order for that, for my ground game almost to work. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know for sure.
Especially Darian Caldwell, man. He's the guy that I'm chasing. He's got the belt, and when I was in middle school, he won the 149-pound national wrestling tournament,
Yeah.
So those fights aren't like, it's a step up in competition.
He's getting older now. You're the young lion. You're coming up. It's your time.
Blood.
Yeah, but, those guys, man, as much
sure.
as I say that and want to, that dude, I make one wrong move, he can strangle me to sleep, He's one of the best fighters in the world, so I'm trying to make all the right moves right now in my training and my life to progress me to where when I do get that shot, because I know I'll get the shot, I could capitalize on it,
For sure. And
I'm not really that promoted right now, or I don't have that much momentum, or in the real MMA world. In our local scene, yeah, but I got 2,000 followers or something on Instagram. I'm not shit in the real MMA world yet. So once I get the opportunity to fight like James Gallagher, Darian Caldwell, all these big names, all I need to do is win in order to get pushed to that,
You just need to be you. Your
Yeah, I'm one
personality's
win
gonna
away.
shine too,
I'm one
dude.
win away, One win away from a big fight to get myself, to let everyone know what my personality is,
Yeah, and you're
these King of the Cage people, they don't promote shit.
No, they don't care about you. Once you got a good contract from them, they're like, whatever, fuck him. They don't want to see you make the next step up, and it almost seemed like that to me, at least.
Dude, my last fight, I walked out to the fight. I have, my nice matching hoodies. My teammates, we came out looking good. And when I came out, they had the guy's name on the screen behind me. So, like all the pictures that people have sent me, it's like me coming out, great pictures with Terrell Galloway behind me. I'm like, their production is just, it's always been kind of shit for, I don't know, until this last fight they put money behind it. But still, even that, man, I'm just happy to get out of the contract. I fought locally so long. So, to branch out. I want to fight on the main stage. I want Jackson, Wink, all them guys with me, the guys that are training me. I just want to get the opportunity,
Yeah, for sure.
It's cool to fight locally too, man. I'm not knocking anyone that does that either,
Well, it's a great step up. It was a great course for you to be able to sell tickets because you have a huge fan base here. It's a great start for you, but it's a stepping stone. Like you can't make a career out of it.
When I was in the amateur, dude, I fought for the Fighter Source tournament or whatever, and like, man, I'll tell you, I don't like King of the Cage, but those Fighter Source people, man, they were worse than King of the Cage. King of the Cage is golden in my book with them, man. I ran around the whole entire world, fucking training, traveling for whatever, to fight. Won all these fights, and I was supposed to get a big fight with like World Series of Fighting or Bellator, and then I never got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I've been waiting for this opportunity to get to this next level for about 10 fights. No, since I'm a pro, 10-0.
Yeah, the whole fighting system is so terrible. I mean, people don't even understand what you go through and how many opportunities you're supposed to get. And then you go to these shows and they're shitty. Everyone lies to you, and there's only a couple shows that everyone knows, man. It's like Bellator and UFC, and if you're not there, people don't know who you are.
Yeah, and you don't get compensated necessarily well, and just like you can't make a living off of that,
Yeah, and there's only so much money you can make selling tickets. Because what does that do for you in the future? When you go to Bellator and you win a championship, and then UFC win a championship, you can pool that into more money, commentating jobs. You're a young, smart guy. You can do a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the important part, I feel like, I've had a career. I'm almost rebranding myself in a sense, I'm reborning myself in my MMA game because, like, I feel like I was already so successful. And, the last promotion I was in, I was a title holder, champion, sold shows out. I remember watching Conor McGregor when he was in Cage Warriors before he was the UFC champion. And then he redid all the shit he already did, and he looked so much different, And I feel like, in a sense, because he was more mature, he was bigger, he was stronger. Like, remember when he was in Cage Warriors, he was kind of like bald. He almost kind of even looked different,
He did. He looked totally different.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like, I'm going to, I'm ending up in a different promotion now. And let's say the next 8 to 10 fights, whether it's here or UFC, it's going to be in one of these top promotions. And, I'm going to rebrand my entire self, my entire game, That was, like, my, just ways to get me to this level, Now I'm going to try to take it to,
you sound
same
so much
level as the guys I see around me.
Yeah, you sound so much better on the mic. Listening to you now, you sound like very focused. You know what you want to say. You're not worried about what you're saying. I watched that podcast you did with the Winklejohn guy. You sound like so much better now, man. You're really putting your brand out there, and it's really good to see.
Yeah, I got a good idea of what I want to do, you know what I mean, too. It's like, just because I'm getting better in my game, I'm getting more well-rounded in the whole MMA game, so I'm understanding the mindset better as well.
Is Don talking to you a lot about stuff like that, or you guys still talk about it? Or yeah,
me and Don are like, we're like really, really close. He helps me out a lot with not just like training, because Don's not gonna teach me or show me the stuff that JacksonWinkMMA are showing me,
Right. I just meant more as a mentor.
Yeah,
role.
he's teaching me like the mentor, the mindset, the mentality part of it,
I think the best thing that ever happened for all of us is Don got over there. He saw what the UFC guys are doing. He can bring it back. I mean, he told me a lot of stories about how they train, how they are backstage, and it kind of changed the way I look at everything too.
Yeah, dude, I get like a lot of insight with Don, and like I don't know how to even explain it, like how he's so close to the UFC. So like he tells me how it is, almost in a sense.
Yeah, I definitely seen it, and I just watching you guys interact about it was amazing too.
Yeah, like he's telling me how small TJ Dillashaw is, man. I'm trying to go for the world title,
Right.
My hands and my feet, I'm not no small dude, I had a hard time making 35 last time. It's not just because because I'm getting bigger as well, I'm growing, I'm getting stronger. This is the first time in my life I'm training multiple times a day, So like he's telling me how big TJ is, and just giving me the insight of how like my nerves should be, and it's just another day almost, Yeah, you gotta look at it like how they don't look at it is like, I get so overwhelmed with emotion, It's not so emotional, you know what I mean? It should just be like second nature almost,
Right. Well, this fight you seem a lot calmer than the last couple fights, to be honest with you, backstage.
Yeah, that's what's gonna make you dangerous. It's like, remember when you wrestled and like you don't when you wrestled and you were young, the points were scoring so fast, you didn't understand like necessarily almost like what was happening.
Right.
You know, I see guys that are good like that, and my high school guys that they'll lose matches because they're not, you know what I mean? They could win. They're more athletic, but they just can't understand, like, the emotions are too much for them, you know?
Yeah, it's just coming too quick. It's not slow enough for them.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be dangerous is when you can start understanding, like, MMA is, like, how, you know, when you were wrestling and how us wrestlers that really wrestled understood wrestling, like, when you needed to, you know, not shoot, stall, not so much stall, but, like, when you needed to pick it up, you just had an understanding of what was going on in the match, and you could listen and be coached. You know what I mean?
For sure.
In MMA, I'm good, but, dude, it's so crazy a lot of times that, you know, even though I'm 10-0, where I could slow it down and be coached, you know?
Is it starting to slow down for you now?
Necessarily it is, sort of, but in a sense it's not, you know what I mean? It's still tough, you know? It's not slowing down totally, you know what I mean? But...
Right.
You know, it's like not as much as it did in wrestling, should I say?
I can just feel the difference in you when you came back from Winklejohn's the first time when we sparred, and the second time, and then this last fight, man. You look so much better on the feet. You're so more confident. You see everything now. Before I felt like he's still got a little work to do. Now I feel like, man, I don't even know. You're like 2 levels above me at everything now. And just that quick change, like over 6 months.
Well, that's why I'm out there, man. You know, that's why I'm trying to get out there. Because, like, in a reality, I've been out there a lot, you know, how many ever times. I've only ever gone out there for, like, 20-something days or something, you know. Last time I was out there for, like, 20 days or something. I don't even know if I made it to 20 days. And I'm thinking, like, now I'm out there for, I don't know, at least the next 2 months, you know.
Right.
I don't even have a fight booked, but I'm out there because I got to get better. So how I'm looking, I got 60 days in front of me where I'm training 3-4 times a day. And I'm getting better, you know. And then when I get a fight booked, you know, I'll have something and take it to that whatever level. But right now it's just about, you know, enjoying the sport and getting better. Trying to just grow. Because everyone else in the division's growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And you need to be growing those leaps and bounds, too. And you're just coming into your athletic prime as well. I mean, you're getting bigger and stronger. You probably
I was calling for this Horiguchi fight when I beat Gravely, like, months ago. And then... Horiguchi just fucking fought Darian Caldwell, the Bellator champion.
Yeah.
And, like, Horiguchi beat him, and Darian Caldwell's not supposed to lose to him, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking in my head, like, I was calling that guy out. And I'm trying to fight Caldwell, you know what I mean? I'm trying to fight the Bellator champion in order to get there, you know?
Right.
So, like, he just lost. He's probably getting better, you know? He's not trying to, like, he just lost, you know?
Yeah.
He's not trying to lose his belt. He's trying to get better. So, like, that's what I'm trying to do, you know? Just stick with that and get better. Because I got a good record. And, you know, I'm only a few fights away from that fight, you know?
When you go down there, do you stay at the dorms or you got your own place or what's going on?
Yeah, I just set my own apartment up this time. So I have my own apartment down there. I'm moving down there this time. So, you know, I have my own place. I actually have a roommate that's, he's a UFC fighter, 205-pounder, Devin Clark. So, you know, he'll be my roommate, and, you know, we got it all set up down there right now. So, you know, he's fighting in UFC Russia, and then I'm fighting, hopefully, and, you know, I'm trying to get in the May card or something like that.
That'd be amazing. Where's the May card going to be at? Where are you trying to fight? What location?
I'm trying to fight April 27th in San Jose, California. That would be my realistic, like, you know, right before May.
Damn, that'd be nice.
They have some cards in May that are in, like, I think the UK. There's a few other spots, man. They travel, you know, so.
Does it suck to try and fight out of state? I know you got to get a passport. You got to have all kinds of bullshit.
Honestly, I fought for King of the Cage so long that, like, I don't even know what it's like to fucking fight out of state. I don't know, honestly. But they tell me that I got to go and fight wherever. Like, I don't know. I call Ali. It's only one call away, and then he'll just, you know, get me lined up for whatever I need.
Yeah. That's the good thing about having a great manager, right? It takes care of everything. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not much, man. It's just, you know, what is it, a passport and, you know, a few flights away.
Yeah.
You know, I think that guy's got a lot of airline miles, or you know, if I needed to make some calls. And now that I'm in Bellator, I'm going to be taking advantage of some other things, you know. I could run some seminars now. I have more backing behind my name, if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I could do those things, and then, you know, I'm also going to get more sponsorships because, you know, they can all be on my gear and stuff. It's not like the UFC where you have to wear Reebok.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great for entry-level fighters, man. I think you're doing the right path. You get those couple fights in at Bellator, make a name for yourself. So when you go in UFC, you're getting real money when you finally fight for them.
Yeah, you know, real money. And even when I'm done with that Bellator contract, I'm going to be making good money to where, you know, I looked at it more like I could wait for the UFC and the opportunity and that money. But, you know, on my third fight in Bellator, I'm going to be making more than my boy that's in the UFC who's on his third fight, and he's finished all his fights in the first round.
Yeah, that's
so,
tough.
You know, how much better can I do than that, you know? You know, I'm not going to do – and the guy's 14-0, so I'm not – he's in my weight. He's my buddy, you know?
Right.
So I'm not going to – I could do those things, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I know where I was, you know, knowledgeable where everyone else was salaried out, you know?
Right.
And their 4-fight contracts. And, you know, if I went through the Contender Series, that would have been a little bit more money, but it's still a little harder route, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And
I would have had to wait till summertime and then fight out that, you know, wherever Dana White's Contender Series is. I think it's in Vegas or something.
Yeah. One thing about you, man, is you know everybody in every weight class. If there's ever anything about MMA, you know the guy, you know the style. You're like an encyclopedia of MMA.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah, dude. That's no matter who I talk to, you know more than it's so amazing. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm a nerd, man. When I was in like high school wrestling, I don't do it as much now. Even as a coach, I've gotten away from it. But like when I was interested in it, like with my competitors, man, I needed to know, like, you know, I needed to be informed. Like when I was in high school, I knew like almost like how to explain, like every kid from like all my way, you know, like my coach needed to know a kid. He asked me, you know.
Right. That's how we are. That's how we were at the gym too. We're like, Pat, how's this guy? You know exactly who he was. He could be like from Delaware and pass. Oh, that 35er, you know, he's weak to stand ups, got good takedowns. Just a wrestler though. You'll kill him. It's amazing. Like, you know everybody.
Yeah, Patrick. Oh shit, man. Hold on, bro. I gotta get on my flight.
All right, man.
Oh damn.
We'll let you out of here, Doc.
Am I missing it? Oh damn! All right, shit. Let me get off this podcast, bro.
All right.
I missed my flight.
All right, take it easy,
Pat.
Pat.
Sorry.
Take it easy, man. No problem. Bye bye. We almost made Pat miss his plane.
Dang, Caveman, it's all your fault.
Yeah, if he misses his plane, he's gonna come over here and beat me up, dude. We're not too far away.
Yeah, he was explaining to do. I was doing a podcast.
We'll have to call him and be like, please let Pat on an airplane because we don't want to get beat up.
Yeah, it's all Caveman's fault.
Yeah, but like I was saying, man, Pat knows everybody and he knows everything about MMA. It's amazing.
Jesus Christ, time went by so fast, though.
I know, dude. We were trying to poke everything. You didn't even get to give a shout out to your girl in Albuquerque. You want to do it now?
I don't got no girl up there. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
I thought you were going to go visit a girl over there.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Caveman. Jesus Christ, you trying to get me in trouble.
Well, only like 10,000 people are going to listen to it because Pat's on it. Don't worry. No one will tell Shard. Are you guys back together again? Did I mess up?
No, Caveman, you are...
Poking the bear.
Don't talk about my relationship stuff no more. I'm not even with her no more.
All right.
Jeez.
I won't talk about it on the air no more. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry, Shard, if I fucked you up.
Jesus Christ, you trying to get me killed, and then you trying to get me mix Mrs. Flame.
Well, dude, you did get me beat up at a couple seminars, so I'm just returning the favor.
Wow.
Goes back and forth.
Oh yeah, but you know,
yeah,
Mix, man, he's an animal, man. He's he's smart. Like you said, he's a nerd, a fighting nerd, MMA nerd, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's making good moves, man.
Yeah, Bellator's the way to go. Like I was saying a couple times.
And I was good, you know, but to say he brought it up about the sponsorships. You know, you can make your money. You make more money than UFC fighters.
Yeah, for sure. Especially those first 4 or 5 fights, you know.
Yeah.
Then, you know, making 30-30 or 60-60 a fight, you know, he can go UFC at that.
Yeah.
Then, you know, make a name for himself.
Oh, yeah. And you know, it'd be a cool thing if he could fight, get in a card in New York. Whether it be Buffalo or New York City.
I was going to tell him he should, when he comes back to Buffalo, maybe he could do a seminar. We could, like, co-sponsor, like Caveman's Corner or something.
Yeah. Charge $300 a person.
Yeah, 3,000 for PatMix. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, his stock went up.
Yeah, dude, Bellator stock is way up.
Yeah. So hell yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Fly him in, give him a nice hotel.
Yep, I got a connection with the hotels.
Yeah. I know you're the hotel guy. We got to get a plane guy now.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah.
I might know somebody.
Yeah. You're getting better at your producer role, although I landed the guest today.
Yeah.
Actually,
You got the good guest, Caveman. You got PatMix.
I know.
No love.
Yeah, Bellator champion, future Bellator champion,
And UFC champions.
yeah.
Like we said, man, about them that
You get you get the washed up guys that are old, and I bring in new
that's
guys.
messed up. That's messed up. Man. That's messed up.
Well, that's okay. I'm washed up and old too. I can relate to them.
But listen, we always talk about Mix, man. He's one of the hardest workers in the gym. You know, he goes hard, he trains, and he take care of business when it's time to fight.
Yeah, you don't see behind the scenes how much Pat puts in and how knowledgeable he truly is about MMA. Like I said on a podcast, he's the only person I ever roll with that taps me out every time I roll with him. If I go a round of rolling with him, I don't submit, I consider it a win for a week. Like, I'm really truly happy that whole week that I didn't get submitted. That's crazy, dude. I'm a black belt. That doesn't happen to me very, very often. That's high level on the ground, like really high. There's levels of this shit, and
Right.
he's 2 levels ahead of me.
He's like water, right?
Yeah, and he does it to everybody, dude, not just me.
He's so nice and smooth in the ground, and just his movements
Yeah, and
get your back and choke you.
he's getting better. He's getting better like that on the feet too.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask him about that kick, but we didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
I was just about to go into that. That picture he posted with him and John Jones, man. Maybe I'll try and put that in here somehow.
You know what? When we were talking about the best New York fighters, he brought up Rashad Evans, and we totally forgot about him.
Yeah, he was a 205 champ, but I mean, really, the guy from New York is John Jones.
Yeah.
Like, to be better than John Jones, he's probably the best ever. So, I mean, in comparison, nobody's there. I actually wrestled with Rashad too, by the way.
Yeah?
Trip, yeah.
Was he a real good wrestler?
Oh, yeah, he's a good wrestler, dude.
No, I don't. I'm asking you. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, he's super good.
No.
He couldn't swim though. It was funny. Then they made him swim on The Ultimate Fighter.
I can't swim either. So
It's funny though. But you're not on national TV having to swim in a pool.
oh yeah, that's
It's
true.
really funny.
That is.
When you go back and watch that UFC, just know that he couldn't swim.
Wow.
That's really funny. They used to do the challenges on that show, and then someone would get eliminated. Remember?
Yeah.
Because they didn't do the fight offs. They had to do a pool challenge, and Rashad can't even really swim, so it was funny. What you looking at?
No, I'm just.
You're like staring at something. That's weird.
Not just looking, daydreaming.
Yeah. My dog pooped in here earlier, so Ray's a little high right now. It's crazy, stupid dog.
Imagine he would have pooped in the middle of the podcast.
I know. It was just it was a good thing it was right before Pat called.
Yeah.
That was terrible. That's what we were doing when Pat called, and then was cleaning up dog poop. He actually called. But that was a great podcast, man. Really good.
Yeah, Mix, man. He's the future, man.
Mm-hmm. Please remember, if you listen this far, like, share, subscribe. We got to start with that.
I mean, when we end the show, we just got to remind people, you know.
Yeah. No one listens to this part. As soon as the guest clicks off, they probably stop listening. They don't want to listen to us.
I mean, come on, kid, man. People do listen.
We got to do it in between while we got the guest talking. That's what I'm saying. So we get the whole audience.
Yeah.
Because the people that are listening now, they're already subscribed.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We got to spread the word.
We got to do better. I just watched a whole bunch of stuff on how to grow your podcast in the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Doing your homework?
Yeah, doing my homework since neither of us are really doing it.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I
Can't
just
just have a good show. We gotta market it too.
Yeah.
Speaking of marketing, we got a new video coming out soon, and next week we're gonna shoot another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Caveman self-defense or technique of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I can't wait to do that one. It's good. I'm gonna get with Niall too. Niall's gonna help us out with this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Burger King.
Oh, man. Come on, Burger King.
Let's go here.
All right, fight fans from the North Buffalo studios. We are out of here. Peace out.
Oh, another good one.
Yep.
Really good, dude. Pat, I wish the best for Pat. He's the best.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's like I say, one of the hardest working dudes that was in the gym out here, you know, in Western New York MMA.
Yeah.
One of the hardest working dudes.
Were you even in the gym anytime you trained? I mean, He only was here for like 5 years, dude. I mean, that's how long you go in between gym appearances.
Yeah, I mean, I fought twice, Caveman, and then camps I fought, he was in the gym. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you, dude.
Oh,
you got like a serious look on, man. Jesus Christ, Ray.
I'm sorry.
You're kind of weird today. You okay?
I'm a little cranky.
Are you?
I'm tired.
You need a hug?
No.
All right. I always got a hug.
Maybe
for you,
you know what? Yeah, I need a hug.
All right. I give you a hug.
I need a hug.
Yeah, I'll give you a hug. I love you, man.
Thank you.
Sound like you need hugs more.
Want me to? Oh. All right. Let me see. So, do Mix got beef with WNY MMA?
I don't think he's got beef, man. Like he needs to do his thing. He needs to move on. You know, like there's no bad blood. I don't think from anybody at the gym. Last time I talked to Dub was like he wants to see him the best. He just wants him to decide what to do. You know, and Eric's the same way, man. You know, they both want to see him do good.
You know what? It's like
obviously they want him to carry the gym back. You know what I mean? Like everyone wants WNY MMA like
right,
broadcast over Bellator, but what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, because if you gotta, in my opinion, if you gotta go to the next level, you need a gym with world-class fighters to get better. You know, that's just part of life.
I don't know. I think it depends on your weight and what's going on and your fighting style. Like, Mix needs that. He's a young guy. He's light. Those skill positions, he's not getting that same work here, you know?
Yeah.
We're really good from
amateur
55 to, like, 75, 80. And then, like, lower than that, we're not too good. Higher than that, we're not too good at the elite levels, you know?
Right. So, I mean, yeah, he needs to be at a gym with the elite athletes fight at, and
for now, I mean, but you know, because it all depends on who's fighting in the area. You know, like if Herbert comes back and he fights again, now we're good at heavy, like all the way up to 205, really. You know, but you just need to have those bodies to beat each other.
Yeah, 205 haven't been the same since I left.
No, it hasn't been.
No, it's fine.
It'll never be the same either because you never get back down there, you fat fuck.
I am a fat fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never go down. Go back to 205. Oh man, I'm a mess.
I'm glad I gave you a hug. You sound better now.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just tired.
You know we're still recording, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No homo.
No.
Caveman gave me a hug, but there was nothing gay about it. I just needed it.
All right,
a rough day.
Let's really get out of here, man. I'm sorry. Right. I won't talk about your girl no more on the podcast either. Ray looked like he was gonna punch me in the face.
All right.
Oh man. I really stopped it now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, I really stopped it though.
You're just kidding. Nah, you ready to stop it? No, you ain't did it.